Welcome to Majesty Now with J. Carroll.
That's right. We're your national hosts, the Goodens. That's right. Fred and Jameliah Gooden.
That is who we are.
If you've ever seen company before, then you know who we are and how we do things. This is just raw, real, and uncut.
Yeah.
Carol, we are so honored to be here. This is Saturday. That means that people are preparing for Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day.
Or you should be prepared.
What you get me, Fred? What you get me?
Don't worry about it. I got you, girl.
I know you do. Fred's getting ready to drop something really big. I'm so excited. Because that's just what we do. That's just what we do.
All right.
That's just what we do. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, baby.
You got your phone right there.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
This is our subject.
Yeah, tell them the topic.
The topic today is, how do I not attract the same person?
How do I not? The word is not.
Not attract.
That means if you have a dating life of any sort, before you get here where we have, taking the oath of matrimony faithfully. There are people who we deal with on a day-to-day basis. And unfortunately, the inbox is where it all goes down. It goes down because people are looking for love in all the wrong places. And even some are looking for love in all the right places, like church, the workplace, or blind dates, or however people choose to find love. There is a problem because if you're not careful, you find yourself attracting the same personality type.
Same familiar person.
Interesting. I like to give people an assignment. I think I said this one day when I was doing the Car Chronicles. I said, I want everyone to write down what it is that they find themselves attracting.
Yes.
One girl said on a live one day, she said, I find myself attracted to abusers. So as a man, from a male's perspective, what is it that you believe, people in general, whether you be male, female, whoever's dating at this time, we're not going to just narrow it down because we live in a world full of everybody and dating all type of ways today. But what is it that causes people to find themselves dating the same old type of person? Get your pens and get your papers, because we're going to figure this thing out.
I think one of the things is when we're in that place again and we're dating. I think one thing that happens is our I have no other way to say it, but our Richter scale, the way that we look for something is off.
Okay.
Because we initially start out knowing that we're on this new journey, but we start looking, we're on this new journey, but we start looking for what we're looking for the same way we did in our past journey.
Why would you do that? See, that's the Achilles heel. Why would you, if something did not work, why would you find yourself out here dating again, looking for the exact same old thing that broke your heart in the first place?
Yes. Yes, same descriptions, because...
That's why I said write down those descriptions.
Write down those descriptions, and they can't just be physical descriptions, because what I found a lot, I think what we found a lot in talking to people is that the person can look altogether different.
Right.
They could be different size, height, weight, mass, and everything else, but it's the same person, because when we begin to come into contact with that person, first of all, when we come in contact with that person, we're talking to them, but the good, the familiar is what we start feeling. But you got to realize the familiar has not only the good in it, but it also has the bad in it. So these are still attracting elements. And because we don't question it, it doesn't come out until it's too late.
Do you find that inside of people are things that they have customized for themselves in dating? And so because I'm customizing myself to look for a protector, I am looking for a protector in my view of what a protector is.
That's good.
Right?
That's
so
good.
for me, and I'm going to just throw myself under the bus, because we are our first rule of thumb. For me, my father was an abuser.
Okay.
Everyone knows that. And if you've ever click, tag, to share on anything that we've done, I'm very candid about my story, growing up in a household of domestic violence. So I look for someone that can protect me.
Yes.
But since I did not have anyone to protect me, I look for a protector.
Yes.
But what I found myself doing is gravitating towards the familiar
Yes.
and associating it with what I desire.
Yeah, associating it with a protector.
Right, it's the association. So if I had an abusive father, then I look for someone with those abusive qualities, because in my mind, unbeknownst to me, that's what a protector was in my house. Right. So if you can find someone that, and I'm saying this to you women around the world, I say it all the time, the year of the thug is over, because
that's good.
The year of the thug is over. Yeah, he done gone. He locked up and he ain't coming back. But I'm saying the year of the thug is over, because I think women are looking for a protector, but if you didn't have a protector in your home and you had an abuser, your association is wrong.
Yeah.
So on your list, ladies, write down protector. But then you have to differentiate what a protector is.
Yes.
So how do you keep attracting what you believe is what you deem normal?
And this is one of the things. So I believe I think that there's a lot of reasons why we attract the same people.
Okay.
And I'm talking about attracting somebody that's a part of your brokenness. I think one of the reasons is
so important.
Right. I think one of the reasons is that abuser had some love in them.
Okay.
That protector had some love in them.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come in contact with this person, and them being familiar, and you having these dialogues, you having these conversations, it feels good, it feels right, it's moving along. You're feeling that love part of that abuser. Now, the abuser is still there. You're familiar with the abuser too. So it's not just the love or the relationship that's drawing you in. It's also you're still familiar with the abuser part, because there's still brokenness in you that makes it familiar.
Right.
So a lot of times people attract the same person because they are not fully healed.
Got it.
And the that which is in them attracts them again. And that was what was different about me and you.
Right.
You had come to a place of fully being healed.
Yeah.
And then this is the other thing. Even though everything had not been healed, you was further enough along for me to come in as the husband that has healing in him to heal the rest of the way.
Right.
And I think a lot of people jump into relationships because you don't always heal all the way before you come into a new relationship, but it should be healed enough that when you come into contact with this other person, that they're able to take us the rest of the way, like you're able to take me the rest of the way.
You know, when you were speaking, thank you, darling. God, I thank you. You so fine. And you ain't crazy. And you ain't mean. But when you were speaking, I heard bait and switch. I think in dating, what happens is it's the old bait and switch. You said something is familiar. I believe that in dating, you attract what's familiar to you, and that hooks you. And it hooks you so much until once you start dating them, that's the hook right there.
Yes.
That's the bait that they use. And the bait that they use is something familiar. Yeah. And once you hold on to that for a little bit, they switch.
Yeah.
And so they get the bait and then they switch and show you who they are, and you're hooked. And that's the attraction. It's like, you know, remember, what is it, the movie? It was a car. I mean, I love cartoons, everybody that knows. I just like cartoons. But it's like when you're trying to catch something in the cartoons, they put something underneath the box like Bugs and Daffy or like the Road Runner, right? Right? And so what you do, when he was always trying to catch the Road Runner, he would take a box with a stick and he would put seeds under the box. And so he would be running, he'd be like beep beep, and then he'll look, and that would be the bait.
Yeah.
And once the Roadrunner would start eating, he'll pull the stick and bam, I got him. Yeah. But it's the law of attraction. Yeah. The law of attraction is what you're familiar with. That's the bait. But it's oftentimes when we're caught up so deep until when the switch comes, we are already in it too deep.
I think that I like that because That's one thing that men and women have to now start doing.
Right.
You have to now start looking at, what's my bait?
Wow.
You have to look at, what is it that attracts me? What is it that'll make me, like I like that you use the road runner. What makes me stop running?
That's right.
To go, because see now, and I'm not being offensive, but for some women, it's money. It's the outward appearance of something. It's what they can get out of it and what they see. And they kind of equate the cost first before they really see the heaviness of the relationship. Men do the same thing. And there's some men, especially when you're talking about abusive men.
Wow, yeah.
They come with bait. Because to an abusive person, they are used to controlling.
Got it.
This is what they do. So they're going to control the situation. You just met them, but they understand what the bait is.
Right.
And because they understand what the bait is, they're going to say, okay, well, I'll get her. And this is it. And I need you to catch this. A real abuser really don't think that they're abuser. A real controller don't really think that they're a controller.
Right.
So to them, they're just trying to come into and be in a relationship with someone, but they have not healed themselves. So you have now come right back into the same situation. You have to know what your bait is.
I believe a lot of times when it comes down to women, I'm going to just speak from this narrative as a woman. I think when we speak about bait and switch and the law of attraction, I believe that people in general, especially you women, need to realize or think about, what is it that you need?
What you need, yes.
Because if they come to you in conversation or you conversing with someone, you sit down and you have a dialogue about everything you lack.
Okay.
Because what you do is you present a dialogue in dating. You're getting data. And so the dialogue is, I desire this, or I would like to be in a relationship, or I would like for someone, or I would like. And every time you say I would like, they're putting the bait on the hook.
Yeah.
And the wrong person is going to pull that string and you're hooked already. And so what happens is, I believe that you should just really, in the world of dating, just enjoy it for what it is.
Yes.
I think sometimes women, what they do is they attract people because they say too much too fast.
Too much too fast.
Too much too fast. And even though she's sitting down or he's sitting down or whoever is dating, you're sitting down and you're having a dialogue about what you desire. Those individuals are putting those pieces together and they taking those puzzles and they sticking them together, and then they're going to present everything that you said, and you're going to say, wow, you're exactly who I'm looking for.
I love that.
And the only thing they're saying is, nah, you just gave us a piece of the puzzle. It's just like you take puzzles and you just throw it down. You don't know what it is. Remember back in the day, my mother used to throw down this puzzle and it was like 100 pieces, and you would just be like, ain't no way in the world I'm going to sit up and put this thing together. But when you get good and bored, you need to be entertained.
Yes.
When you're dating, you're entertaining a person that will put a puzzle together and present it. And say,
or supposed to.
Yeah, supposed to. This is what you've been looking at all along. And so I think that sometimes, even in dating, you attract something because you have given them every piece of the puzzle that you desire, and the wrong person will present it and you'll get hooked, and you realize, I've given this person 9 years, 12 years, 10 years. I've given this person my life, and come to find out, this is not the person that I desire, and I'm already in too deep. I done had kids with him. I done bought a house with him. I started a business. One of the saddest things people could do is waste time on something that wasn't good for them.
Right.
And they keep attracting this individual because they're not sitting down with the understanding that this is what I need, and before I open up my mouth and tell you what it is I need, I'm already have it.
I think it's a problem with men and women that, first of all, a woman doesn't know what a pursuer looks like.
Okay.
A person that pursues, you ain't got to you don't have to put everything out.
They like to hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The hunt is what makes it what it is, especially if you found a treasure. I think when you put too much out too fast, you take away the desire, and then you're taken for granted.
Yeah.
And you're taken for granted because, like my wife said, you've given them everything. I think, and I'm going to speak from a man's perspective, one of the things that made me go after you was you gave me something that I never felt before. You gave me, I felt the support and I felt the wisdom that I never felt before. And I think when you are dating, or as you start dating, don't get satisfied with what you've already felt.
Wow.
You've already, you don't take for granted the gifts and all of that. I'm not saying that, but you'd had that before.
Right.
You saw that before. And when you find something different, you're going to be presented with something that you've never felt. And I'm not talking about something tangible that you can touch and that's given to you. No, something is going to be given to you, and it's going to build you. It's going to feel great. It's going to be something that you never felt before. And that's how you're going to know that this isn't familiar. And I think one of the first things that happens with us is we both knew that we weren't walking into anything that was familiar to us.
Yeah. I think when you were talking or speaking, I heard this, the fear of something different.
Yeah. Amen.
Right.
And it's fearful.
Yeah, it's very fearful. I think a lot of times even, babe, people, and I'm going to talk to you guys, men and women alike, I don't care who you dating, hear what I'm saying, write this down. You want to know why you're always attracted to the same individual is because it's comfortable. It's less of a fight.
That's good.
You're familiar with it.
That's good.
You don't have to work too hard. What if you would write down something different? Because it's that very thing that's different that's going to challenge you.
That is great.
And that's what people are afraid of. They don't want to be challenged in dating.
Yeah, they don't want
everything easy. Everything is easy.
Yeah.
And so you keep attracting what's easy. Oh, I know how he works. Because wait, this is what they say. Oh, I know how they work. My ex used to do the same thing. And your ex did the same thing, and you still with your ex, is just a different person.
Yeah.
Oh, I know how they work. My ex-girlfriend used to do the same thing. And you with the same person that did the same thing as your ex. Oh, I know how that. Oh, wait a minute. I know that side. I keep dating that side, whether you like it or not. This is people's reality. Oh, Aquarius or whatever it is. I keep dating that specific side. What about dating different? Or doing something different? And do you know it's that different thing that's going to challenge your familiarity? That I am different and I'm coming with something so different until a lot of times it's going to scare people. And that's why they keep going after what is safe.
The fear.
Wait, hold on. I'm going to tell you this. Write down your different.
Write it down.
Write down your different.
Write it down.
Write down your different. Write down what's different. If you like 6'9", try 5'3". Go date in a Smurf village. Or the Smurf is the only woman amongst all them Smurfs. Date in a Smurf village because short men and short women need love too.
Baby, I don't know if they're going to do that. But you might be happy.
You might be happy.
I'm
down
just
in the
saying.
Smurf village, you might be happy.
I'm just saying.
La, 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 la.
Yeah, you keep getting 6'9", but you keep getting body slammed too.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Exactly. You got to date different and don't be afraid to do something different. Because it's true that what you've been doing all along may not have worked.
But that type of fear, it's a good fear.
Yeah.
It is a good fear. But when you find something, and I posted that, when you find something that you've never had before, it's scary.
Yeah.
Like, it's scary because I have something that I don't want anybody to have. I got somebody I don't want anybody to touch. I got somebody that I'm afraid of losing. And this is what you got to admit, too. In your familiar, you kind of all right with losing them.
Wow.
You all right because you've been in these stages. You're used to being with somebody a little while and whatever.
Yeah.
You're used to that type of power, that power to release somebody, the power to let somebody go, the power to keep doing what you've been doing. What you know what? You ain't gonna treat me right. Go on about your business. But then you meet somebody, whether a woman or man, then you meet somebody that, oh man, this is somebody I don't want to lose. This is something I never felt.
Wow.
That becomes frightening.
What about you? You said something, and I want to touch upon that really quickly. Let's talk about hunting. You know, there's a movie, Good Will Hunting, and in dating, it really is a hunt.
Yeah.
You know, and I think even in marriage, you should always hunt your spouse.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I ain't say stalk y'all. Now there's a big difference. Now you got some stalkers watching. I'm saying it's the thrill of the chase. You know, it's like when you went out of town, when you came back. You know,
I miss my baby.
I miss you too, Shnish.
Go ahead.
Did I call you schnoo
Yes,
on
you
TV?
did. Yes, you did.
That's our love language, okay. So when you came back, I made sure things were in order because it was the excitement of you leaving town and coming back, and it's like, oh, wow. Make it, worth your while going to handle business and coming back. Amen. Glory to God. Glory to God. Amen. So I think even in dating, it's the thrill of the hunt.
Yeah.
And I think we live in a society where everything is easy. If I want to know about you, I Google you. If I want to know where you live, everything is just out there in social media. And so it's the thrill of the hunt. And I think people, especially, people who are trying to date and have a relationship, whether long-term or whatever it is, we live in a society where people don't want to work at anything. And even in dating, if I could just go with what's familiar, then I'll cut down the chase. And I could go with this different individual because I know they're like my ex. I'll just cut around the corners and just get right to what we're doing. Wow. We're in a relationship.
You keep finding that ex.
And you keep finding that ex.
Keep finding that ex.
X marks the spot. And it's the same old place of destruction, turmoil, and having your peace disrupted with the same individual. Now, some people would say because it's in you.
Yeah.
You attract what's in you.
Yeah.
Now, I'm going to say this. God had to gut me like a fish to take out the familiar. So when he presented you, you were unfamiliar, but I wanted to know more about you.
Right.
Because you were different.
Right.
And I think what people should really just watch, what is so different about the people that you're coming in contact with that causes you to say, I need to know more about them. Watch this, because they're making me better.
I think if they're familiar.
Yeah.
I think that's when I like when you tell women this. Eat them wings and shut up.
It's in the book.
Get the date over with and keep moving.
It's in the book.
Right?
Needle in the haystack.
Right?
Yep. Eat them wings and shut up. It's a chapter in my book.
That's a chapter in my wife's book. You got to get the book.
A needle in the haystack, yeah.
This is when you see that it's so familiar, like it's almost a deja vu moment.
Yeah.
That's when you just say, you know what, I'm gonna just get this date over with. Not be in awe that they the same height you want. They speak like you want. No, this is familiar. It is the unfamiliar that you're looking for. You're looking for something to happen.
Yeah.
Not on the outside of you. And I keep specifying this because I need you to get it. Not on the outside. Not something that is given to you, but something that you feel on the inside of you that you have never felt before.
Right.
We use a word, and it is your mind should be stimulated and your heart should be stirred in a way that you have never been stirred before.
One thing that you're so handsome. I'm sorry, I just got sidetracked. Okay, bring it on again. One thing that people would be watching, they would say it's the red flags. It's the red flags.
Yeah.
It's a very big difference between red flags and just simple knowledge of knowing.
Wow.
Red flags are those things that are just, he slams the phone down in the middle of y'all talking, or he's belligerent, or she's just too aggressive, or she's stalking you and she doesn't even really know you yet. She's getting information.
Give me your phone.
Yeah, give me your phone. Let me see who you talking to, and it's your second date. Those are red flags.
Yeah.
But the familiar is you have qualities and ways.
I'm glad you brought that out. That's good.
That's different. Red flags and the familiar are two different things. The red flags is like, no, run, Forrest, run. You just went to the bathroom, they just stole your wallet.
Yeah. Right.
Those are red flags. But just the art of knowing is like, these individuals have similarities in character.
Yeah.
In traits.
Yeah.
In behavior.
Yeah. I want to say this before we go. Please hear what my wife just said because it's critical.
Yeah.
We like running from red flags, but knowing what's coming and seeing that it's not familiar, you have to evaluate these relationships a different way because it may not be a red flag. It's just going to be something that you feel from the inside.
Yeah. I mean, your discernment better be on fleek. I like to always say, you have to know.
A game recognized game.
It sure does.
Just saying.
I say bring them around folk. No, don't bring around somebody that
bring around your good friends.
Bring around folk. Bring around. No, find that real.
Bring around Eddie.
Wait a minute. No, babe, you gotta find that. No. You gotta find that ignorant, belligerent friend that ain't afraid to tell the truth. Bring around me, that's me.
They're gonna say it off. They're gonna say, I don't like them.
Yeah. Wait, no. It's something about them. Whatever it is that you're doing, whether you're dating for the first time or if you're dating for years, or if you're dating someone and you find out this may or may not be going somewhere. I need you to get a piece of paper and a pen. I need you to get a journal. Get a book and just make this book designated to make your life better.
Yes.
Get a project going within yourself. That I am not going to be here again. I am so sick and tired of this hamster wheel of dating where I'm just running and I run into the same old type of personality. I'm going to get myself counseling. Remember, go get counseling. I promise you, we did it. Get help, because there's a beautiful world out here waiting for you, and you're not going to find them if you keep running into the same old thing that caused you to almost lose your sanity. All right, listen, we thank you guys. This has been another series of Coupling with Fred and Jameliah Gooden.
That's right.
And who's our girl, J. Carroll? With what?
This is Majesty Now with J. Carroll. And
we're going to be back next week. We thank you for letting us be in your home. We want you to share this. God bless you. And we thank you. Till next time.
All right, bye-bye.